I came to an understanding of education and lack of education. Let me explain. A lot of the people down here, they don't have no education, so they have to be on the streets doing what they have to do, and they'll admit to it. Yo, I'm out here doing this because I wasn't taught nothing. So the lack of education has created a gap in ways to how to make a living because these people haven't been taught. So we have to change that because the schools down here, you know, they emphasize the kids going to school and wearing uniform and getting proper haircuts and stuff like that. But then as time goes on, they get soaked up into the culture of the bad man culture and all this party culture, and the economy don't really change because the people or the natives, they don't learn how to adapt to the world and how fast the world is moving as far as technology. So a lot of people are stuck in their ways and still behind the times, trying to catch up to the world. On the flip side of that, when you have too much education, you won't take advice from a person like me because I don't have the same amount of education as you. I didn't go to college and I didn't go to certain places, but I'm self-taught. I'm an entrepreneur, and I've learned ways how to survive based on my entrepreneurship and my skills and using my hands. So I could teach you certain things that the school haven't taught me, you know, which is priceless. And with you having an education as well, I will be giving you advice and you'll look at me like, oh, this guy don't know nothing. He's speaking some crazy stuff, you know? And what can I prove, you know? Because I don't have paperwork, because I'm not licensed or established by the establishment or by certain governments, so I'm not legit in your eyes, you know? But experience is one of the best teachers, one of the greatest teachers, if not the greatest teacher of all time. Experience is, to me, the greatest teacher of all time. So I have a lot of experience in life, and I've been through a lot of pain, and I've seen a lot of things, and I'm going to see more, and I'm going to teach more. But you have to be willing to accept it and not put your education in front of me, because your education don't mean nothing to me if it's not uplifting your community. You know, all this educated people and all these people that's doing all these things and have all this paperwork, but their countries that they come from is still in ruins because they haven't been taught one thing. Go back and take care of your country. Patriotism. So spare me with your education, because your education has not done anything for your people. And your people are down here struggling and they look like they're suffering in their faces. That's why Jamaicans have that look. They always have that look of anger in their face and that serious look, because they're from a serious place, and it's serious. It's hard to make money. It's hard to do certain things with their money, and they have to hold on to everything they got because it's not a lot of it circulating. And then you have people that's coming in here that's not from here, that's getting sold things that they're not supposed to be sold, like land and all types of things that they can't go to America and buy. So at the end of the day, the whole community is in ruins because we getting a so-called education that's not teaching us the right way. This education should teach the kids patriotism, first and foremost, loyalty to country, you know, loyalty to country, countryman first before any man, countryman over any man. And the problem with that is the countryman haven't been taught education. Going back to what I was saying with the education, they haven't been taught how to be disciplined, so they're not prepared to work on a certain level, or they don't have certain skills. So the overseas people will come here and benefit more because they have more skills and they have more knowledge on certain things and how to get certain things done, while the people just sit here and feel inferior, like, damn, I ain't shit, pardon my language, because I'm not able to do what the American does. You know, so most people down here, they feel inferior in an American's presence, not inferior as far as physically, but deep down, if they see that American is prospering, they'll say to themselves, it's because they have an American education, and it's because they experience certain things, which is true to a certain extent. But if you have all these people that's from Jamaica that have been to America and none of them have ever came back, or if they do come back, apply that knowledge and teach that knowledge to the people that's here, then what good did they serve for their country? And it's not their fault because they haven't been taught. I wasn't taught patriotism. I wasn't taught to come back to my country and give back to my country until I came back here and seen that I didn't do that. You know, based on my knowledge and my understanding, I realized that I didn't do anything to help my country, but that's because I wasn't raised in my country and I wasn't taught like that. So that's what we have to teach the kids, and that's how we have to move for the betterment of the country, so that the money could circulate and grow and raise, so that you guys won't have to struggle out here. It's a struggle out here because of how the economy is created and how it is being manipulated. And in due time, you won't have a country to call your own, Jamaican. I'm talking about native Jamaican shit. And I have to talk to my people because my people are the one that's suffering the most, you know? I have to talk to them, and I'm talking to them only right now. You know, we need to find a unity front and create a domino effect that will help build things around you. When you see a little up-and-coming kid that's brilliant and he has ideas and he wants to start a business, start a susu. A susu mean a partner in Jamaica. Start a partner for that kid, and when he's ready, you give him that pot to start his business, right? And then when his business succeeds, then you tell him the only obligation you have is to make sure you start another business and invest in another kid after you. And we continue the partners until we have a certain amount of businesses, and then they will be able to fund each other and start another and another and another and another and another. That's circulation, that's building, that's creating. You build, you create, and then you circulate. That's how you get out of economical problems. That's how you come up out the ruins of the gullies and the ghettos. But you have to be taught. If you're not taught this, then how you gonna do it? You're just gonna sit here and wallow around and cry and watch everybody else succeed in your country, which is a failure to Jamaica. It's gonna be a failure if that happens. You understand? So that's the movement. POD, progress or death. I am a king. Walk the walk and I talk the talk. Anywhere, everywhere. I'm gonna die for this. That's what I'm here for.